Many teens get stuck because they assume one perspective is reality. In the AI age, context flexibility becomes a core advantage. A future-ready teen must learn to shift context, reframe problems, and use AI to explore multiple possible maps before choosing a direction. There is a quiet trap that catches many intelligent teenagers. It does not look like laziness. It does not look like failure. It may even look like confidence. The trap is this: they believe the first way they see a situation is the situation. They get a bad grade and think, I am not good at this. They struggle with a project and think, this is too hard. They see I produce something impressive and think, maybe my own ideas do not matter. They hear adults talk about the future and think, I am already behind. Each thought feels true, but often it is only one frame, one context, one way of seeing. And in the age of AI, the teenager who cannot shift context may become trapped inside their first interpretation. That matters. Because the future will not only reward students who know more, it will reward students who can see differently. AI is powerful because it can produce, but human beings are powerful because we can reframe. We can ask, what else could this mean? What other context would change the answer? What would this look like from the user's perspective? What would a scientist see? What would a designer see? What would a leader see? What would a younger student misunderstand? What would happen if the goal changed? These questions matter because context changes thinking. A sentence can be kind in one context and cruel in another. A strategy can work in one country and fail in another. A project can be impressive for a school assignment and useless for a real person. I can give an answer that is strong in one frame and weak in another. This is why your teenager must learn to ask not only, is this right? But, in what context is this useful? That is a more mature question. It is also a more future-ready one. For many years, school has trained students to work inside given contexts. The subject is named, the question is written, the marks are assigned, the teacher knows what success looks like, the student tries to match the expectation. But real life is not always like that. Real life asks teenagers to define the situation before solving it. A friend is upset. Is this a communication problem, a timing problem, a trust problem, a misunderstanding? A teen is distracted. Is this a discipline problem, a sleep problem, a motivation problem, a design problem in their environment? A student is falling behind. Is the issue ability, method, confidence, foundation, attention, feedback? The answer depends on the frame, and the frame determines the action. This is where many parents unintentionally narrow the frame. A teen procrastinates. The parent says, you need more discipline. Maybe. But what else could be true? The task may be unclear. The first step may be too large. The teen may fear producing weak work. The phone may offer faster reward. The teen may not know how to ask for help without feeling exposed. Discipline might still matter. But if we only use one frame, we may choose the wrong solution. AI can help here beautifully, not by giving the final answer, but by widening the frame. A teenager can ask, give me 5 possible explanations for why I am avoiding this task. Ask me diagnostic questions one at a time. Show me how this problem would look from a teacher's perspective, a student's perspective, and a project manager's perspective. Help me identify which frame is most useful. Now, AI is not replacing thought. It is expanding perception. It is helping the teen see more than one map. This is a central superlearning idea. AI is not merely a tool for speed. It can become an environment for better thinking, a space where a teenager learns to compare frames, test assumptions, generate alternatives, challenge the first interpretation, build judgment, but only if the teen remains awake. Because AI can also freeze a weak frame. If your teenager asks a narrow question, the answer may reinforce the narrowness. If they ask, why am I bad at math? They may remain trapped inside the identity of being bad. A better question is, what are several reasons a student might struggle with this math topic, and how can I test which one applies to me? That question changes everything. It moves the teen from identity to diagnosis, from shame to investigation, from fixed label to changeable system. That is context switching, and it may be one of the most important thinking skills of the next generation. Think of a teenager building a project with AI. Maybe an app, a video, a research brief, a campaign, a study tool. A passive teen asks, "Make this for me." A stronger teen asks, "Who is this for?" That one question changes the context. Now the project is not just an output, it is a service to someone. The teen asks, "What does this person need? What do they already believe? What would confuse them? What would make this easier? What would make this valuable?" This is how builders think. They shift from self to user, from assignment to audience, from completion to usefulness, and usefulness is the beginning of real value. Pause. In the AI age, many teens will be able to create something that looks impressive, but fewer will create something that works for a real human being. Because that requires context, it requires empathy, it requires judgment, it requires a teen to step outside their first view and ask, "How does this land for someone else?" That is why communication, leadership, ethics, and human understanding are not soft skills. They are context skills. They help a young person see through more than one pair of eyes. AI can generate words, but your teen must understand the person receiving them. AI can create a plan, but your teen must understand the reality the plan enters. AI can make a prototype, but your teen must notice whether it solves the right problem. Context is the difference between output and impact. Parents can train this at home without becoming AI experts. When your teen makes a claim, ask, "What context makes that true?" When they feel stuck, ask, "What is another way to frame this?" When they are upset, ask, "What else could be happening?" When they show you AI output, ask, "Who is this for?" What situation does this answer assume? What would change if the audience changed? These are small questions, but they create mental flexibility. They teach your teenager that the first frame is not always the final frame, and this protects them. Because AI can sound certain, the internet can sound certain, friends can sound certain, influencers can sound certain, fear can sound certain. But certainty is not the same as wisdom. Wisdom often begins with the ability to pause and say, "There may be another context." That sentence can save a teenager from many mistakes. It can prevent them from turning one failure into identity, one rejection into despair, one AI answer into unquestioned truth, one trend into a future plan, one fear into a life decision. There is another reason context matters. The future itself will keep changing context. A skill that matters today may matter differently tomorrow. A tool that feels advanced today may feel ordinary in 2 years. A career path that once seemed stable may evolve. A teenager may enter industries that parents cannot yet name. So preparation cannot mean memorizing one fixed map. Preparation means learning how to read new maps, and sometimes how to draw one. That is what super learning is preparing teens for. Not only to use AI, but to think with it, build through it, lead around it. To become young people who can enter a new context and orient themselves, who can ask better questions, who can see the system, who can build useful output, who can adapt without losing their human judgment. This is the difference between a teen who waits for instructions and a teen who can operate. Between a teen who only follows a rubric and a teen who can define the problem. Between a teen who asks AI for an answer and a teen who uses AI to explore the landscape. Parents often worry that AI will make their children less thoughtful. It can. But used well, it can also help teenagers practice thoughtfulness faster. A teen can ask for multiple viewpoints, compare consequences, role-play stakeholders, test assumptions, generate alternatives, find blind spots, reflect on trade-offs. This is not cheating. This is thinking in a richer environment. But the teen must remain the one who chooses, the one who judges, the one who takes responsibility. So the next time your teenager says, "This is just how it is," pause. Not to correct them harshly, but to open a door. Ask, what else could be true? That question is small, but it is a key. It unlocks perspective. It unlocks creativity. It unlocks leadership. It teaches your teenager not to be trapped by the first frame, because the future will belong to young people who can see more than one way, who can shift context without losing clarity, who can use AI not only to answer the question, but to discover whether they were asking the right question at all. This is Ariana Minsky, and this is Super Learning.